Welcome to the 20-minute showdown. It is two entrepreneurs, 3 questions, 20 minutes, back and forth. We don't know what we're going to ask. Sorry, I don't know what he's going to ask me. He doesn't know what I'm going to ask him. And we're going to start jumping over the pond to San Marino, Italy. Francesco, tell us everyone your quick backstory really quick.
Yeah, very, very quick. So first of all, hi, everybody. Please, I want to see the European people in the chat. Let me see your where are you from? And very, very quickly, I a former lawyer and accountant. So I have a 2 degree, and but in some time of my life, I choose to not exchange my time for money. So I'm now retired, voluntary retired, and I live with my passive income. I'm a lover of sport. I did an Ironman last month, and I have 3 great kids. I would like 5, but my wife told me enough for now.
3's enough, man. 3's enough.
Yeah, for the moment, yes.
And tell us about your passive income. Tell us what you do there.
Yeah, I'm in particular, I have a lot of passive income, so real estate, trading, and I have a lot of company where I don't work. And my first engagement is in the network marketing, community-based marketing. So it's a new kind of network marketing, more based on the community. And this is my first passion and work.
And a great international team builder he is. Cheers to you, brother.
Yes.
Salute.
Yes.
All right. So, guys, let me tell you my quick backstory. I am Nick. I'm in Miami, 2 kids, entrepreneur, and I'm originally from Michigan, blue-collar upbringing. I wanted to be successful financially one day. I got lucky and found entrepreneurship at 18 through the direct sales network marketing industry. Failed at it miserably. Finally had some success and really doubled down in my efforts and my focus. Made my first million at 25. Company I was a part of went out of business. I bought the assets to that company and created a company called Visalis, which turned into the Body by Buy 90-day challenge. 19 countries, 3.5 million customers, $2 billion in sales. And one of the people on that journey that I met that was an absolute just rock in launching our most successful European country, our 3rd most successful country overall. The country of Italy is this man right here, Francesco Comito, who has been just an absolute steadfast, the backbone to us launching that country of Italy back then. And we've worked together others ever since in the direct sales world. So we're going to start today, and we're going to hit Frank with an international question. I've never gotten to ask this question to anybody on the 20-minute showdown. So we're going to hit Frank with an international question today. What's the experience like, the difficulties, the excitement, the hardships in bringing an American company into, a foreign country? It's not foreign for you, but it's foreign for us because there's a lot of people here that want to learn how to do international business. There's a lot of people that want to figure out how to open other countries in different businesses. How difficult is it? Whatever you want to speak to. Let's talk about launching a country, bringing a country or products or services from another country into your country. How difficult? Over to you.
Yes. So first of all, I apologize for my English. You don't say this, but until a year ago, I spoke and understood almost nothing. So today I have the honor in Italy to translate a person like Nick in front of thousands of Italians. So I'm very proud of this, and I'm a proponent of do the best and then fix. So my English is like that. So apologize for my English. And about your question, bro, what I can say that the culture, the American culture is really different. It's really different. So in general, when you work around the world, you have to understand that maybe the culture could be very, very different. Also with the brand, maybe you can tell some fun story with the brand of some product. So you have to to be very careful about the culture. But for me personally, I love a lot the American marketing and American leadership. And so for me, it was easy to work with this phenomenal person like Nick. And so all the struggle that you can have to bring another culture, another job, because community-based marketing in Italian is not maybe so famous like in USA, was better with your help, bro. So this is what I can say.
What were some of the challenges that you said? So culturally, there's a very big difference in American culture and Italian culture. What were some of the other difficulties in bringing in an American company?
In general, the financial, the Italian, they don't have, the European in general, the Italian most maybe, they don't have a financial education. So also when you talk about the business, in Italy, for example, it's forbidden to ask other people how much money you make. It's something not polite. It's not polite to talk also the business. So it's very strange because you can talk about sex, religion, but you can't talk about money. You know, when you bring another business, it's very, very difficult. Yes, you have some friend that tell you everything about the last night with the women, everything about the sex, and if you talk, if you ask something about business, he said, "Sorry, this is privacy. You can talk with me about business." So it's very strange. This.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing not because I didn't know, guys. I'm laughing because I do know. I've been to Italy now 30 some times. I had an office in Rome for 5-6 years or whatever, 5 years. So it is absolutely true. They have no issues talking about physicality, but they do have issues talking about money. So
Yeah.
What a great answer. All right, I'm ready. Hit me with your first question, brother.
So my question for you is the following. Just a roller coaster, it happens that an entrepreneur can have ups and downs. So what is your recipe for rising from the lows and staying there a little as possible?
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat the question back. So Francesco asked me, what is my recipe for the ups and downs of entrepreneurship? What is my recipe for the ups and downs of entrepreneurship? And you know, the answer is you have to manage both the highs and the lows by not getting too high or excited and not getting too low or sad. Now, I think I don't do the best job at that. You know, a lot of people are able to stay really level. I try to stay in the level to above. I try never to go below level, but I like to be enthusiastic. I like to be happy. I like to be excited. So I definitely stay on the upper side of excitement and enthusiasm. But you have to be really good at minimizing the lows on how you accept that feeling. Now, how do you do that? You do that with strategies. You have guardrails, and then lastly, personal growth and personal development. What's up, Mr. Fabio Serra? What's up, Phoebe? Personal growth, personal development, guardrails, and strategies. So how do you define those things? Well, personal growth, personal development, that's an obvious one. You know, you should be getting better, growing, developing, and that will make sure that you can manage the roller coaster. But how often do you visualize? How often do you read your goals? How often do you journal and get into your journal, really connect inside of writing? How often do you take 20 minutes to go to a sunset and connect, you know, with the universe, or whatever your connection is, right? So I think strategies, personal growth, personal development. And by the way, personal growth, personal development is a strategy, and you have to have guardrails. That's my answer to how you manage the ups and downs, emotional ups and downs of the entrepreneurial roller coaster. Fair enough?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now, a lot of folks might not have picked up your story earlier. Maybe they logged on late. Maybe they didn't pick up all the words. But Francesco is a high achiever at every level. So he's a lawyer. He's an accountant. He's an entrepreneur. He now has passive income, so he's an investor. But he's the type of guy that no matter what he chooses to do, he does well and he wins at. And one of the most fascinating things is, Francesco, when I first met you, you weren't necessarily you hadn't really dedicated yourself to physical health yet. That wasn't a thing for you, right? You weren't like, oh, and I'm also physically fit. But last month, you just got done competing. Maybe this month, you just got done competing in a freaking Ironman, right? An Ironman?
Yes.
What can you explain to everybody how many miles and meters and feet and doing what an Ironman is?
Yeah, Ironman is 2 miles on the swim, is 70 miles in bike, is an entire marathon, so 21 miles in a run. In the same day. This is the
right in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want everyone to know that I've never done any of those three separate of each other in my life, right? Yeah. So this guy decided to run a marathon, swim 2 miles.
2 miles, yes.
And bike 70 miles.
Yeah.
All in a row. And I think it's an unbelievable testament of what my actual question is. What is it inside of you that just continually drives you to always win or be the best or take on the next challenge? What is it inside of you?
Yes. My driver is, first of all, I want to improve myself always. I think you don't die when your body leaves you, but when you stop to improve yourself.
Wow.
So you also, when there are a lot of people that retire from the business and they start to die when they stop to improve. So for my life, I want to improve always. And second big because I do this is to set an example for my children. So I think that I want that my children can see what I do, and so they have my example. So with my body, for example, I'm sure that I want to transfer them that it's important. You're healthy. So I want that, and it's important that they know that if you want, you can do. With the Ironman, I hope I give them the right example. And
you gave me the right example. I mean, what a beautiful quote. If you're not improving, you're dying is basically what you're saying. I mean, the moment you stop improving is kind of the beginning of death. And you've just committed to a life of growth in everything that you do, right? I mean, think about this. You didn't speak English a couple of years ago. Now you're my translator on stage in front of 1,000+ people, right? And that's just your never-ending desire to grow, get better, improve. And brother, man, I've been a witness to it. You do everything you do at the highest level and the best, and I'm just proud to know you.
Thank you, bro. And I think it's the same of the heart, you know? The heart, when the line of heart is stable, you are died. And in the life, it's not always grow, but it's always move. So you have to hope that your line is go up, but for sure, when you don't move, you are dying.
When your heart line is stable, you're dead.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. All right, hit me with question number 2.
Yeah. So I'm like you, a father. So I'm always been a little envious of those friends of mine who used to say, my grandfather used to say, my father used to say. I'm a little bit envious because for me, what not this. So what is the phrase you would like your children you remember in their internal dialogue when you are not around? For me, for example, I want whatever choice in their life, whatever decision they have to make, I want that they remember what I was in one of my book is the important thing in the life is to be happy. So what is your phrase? What do you want that your children say? My father used to say.
I think one of them for sure is whatever you're going to do, whatever you choose, do your best. Don't go pick things that that you are going to half-ass or go halfway or not be passionate about or don't love. Like, figure out what it is and whatever it's going to be. I don't care what it is. Do your absolute best. Be like, pour your heart into whatever it is that you're going to do. I think it's a better way to say it. Pour your heart into whatever it is that you're going to do. And what a tremendous question. But now you've actually you've created a platform or created, sorry, not platform, but a seed for me to actually think about what I want that to be. Because I've never thought about it the way you just said it. So I thank you for actually planting the seed. Now, because I obviously, they're going to remember me for whatever it is that the message that I'm pushing or driving, but I haven't necessarily thought about what I want it to be if it's just one. If it's just one, I definitely don't want it to be, something that's not like powerful. Like I hope it's powerful. So, and we sure as heck as parents don't want it to be negative. Right? Like think about how many parents they think of, how many kids think of their parents, their one line or their one statement or whatever, it might be negative, right? So what a great question. But I'm going to go with, for now, and I'm going to process that. Put your heart into whatever you do.
Try to ask them.
Yeah. Ask them now.
Yeah. Try to ask if you have to answer the frank questions. What do you answer? Try to ask your.
Yeah. I will, and they'll probably say something about entrepreneurship, because right now I spend so much time trying to just put the information of non-traditional education, but they don't understand why. Right? I'm just trying to make sure they understand there's two worlds here. There's a world you're taught in school, and then there's a world of people that are wealthy and successful and et cetera, and that's not taught in school. So I'm just battling those two worlds. But my guess is they would say something about entrepreneurship. I'm going to ask them today.
Yeah.
Please
let me know. Please let me know.
My Nicholas is probably going to say, "Get your ass to bed," or "Brush your damn teeth," or something. Something like that. So, okay. Third question. So I'm going to go the complete opposite direction of the last question I asked you. The last question I asked you was about, how the heck you just perform at such an elite level all the time, whatever you choose. So the other direction, and knowing you're probably like me, where you don't use the word in your brain such as failure. So what was a temporary defeat that you felt or that you experienced in your past, and what did you learn from it / how did you overcome it, etc.? How did it make you better?
My temporary defeat, or better, my temporary uncomfortable zone, because fortunately I don't have in my life a really defeat, a really failure. I don't know if for sure it's lucky. My temporary uncomfortable zone was with the preparation of the last Ironman, because for the first time I go to the bike for the first time I swam. So it was very, very weird for me to do something for the first time where I was not able to do anything. So it was my temporary uncomfortable zone, and I learned a lot. I learned how a person can feel to stay in this zone. So this helped me a lot in my work, because often when I do something, I'm in my comfort zone. I speak in front of thousands of people, and so it helped me to remember how is the feeling of the people to do something for the first time, to don't do, to be frustrated, because you have all the people around you that do the best things because they have a lot of years of experience. So this helped me a lot, and I learned that with practice you can improve, you can grow up. So there are nothing that you can't do in general with the practice. It's just something about mindset, because I did my first Ironman for the first time in 5 months of preparation. So I learned from this. I learned from this situation that when you are in a comfortable zone, is just something that you didn't do before. It's not something hard in absolute. It's something that.
I love how you connected it back to working with new people in your business, right? It's like, oh, wait a second. This is what that man or that woman is feeling when they're first having a sales call or they're first having a presentation. Like, that's what they're feeling. They're feeling what I just felt there when I first jumped into the Adriatico and started swimming. You know, like what a great perspective on what your new people are feeling. Here's a follow-up question. I'm going back to the Ironman. Was there a mantra or a repetitive statement that you were saying to yourself when you were getting tired, that you said, you know, something like, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, or something? Was there something that you would repeat to yourself?
Yes. I am not tired.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yes, because it's true. It was my mantra, because it means a lot of things. I'm not tired. It means that that there are nothing that can tire me. That when I'm tired, it's something in my control. So my mantra for 13 hours was, I'm not tired.
My mantra for 13 hours, I am not tired. I am not tired.
Yeah.
Wait. How long before were you? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? How long before you had to start saying, I am not tired? Was it halfway?
At the beginning, from beginning.
13 straight hours.
In the half of the bike, I had my feet with an incredible huge pain. So I would like to cut my feet. And yes. And in that moment, I decided or to retire or to go ahead. And there I start to say, I'm not tired, and I finish. So,
well, for anyone that's looking, oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's this.
Anyone who's looking for a $1 million moment today, it's find yourself a mantra that you can say to yourself to overcome weakness. For Frank, it was, I am not tired, and he said it for 13 straight hours in an Ironman. But could you guys imagine? You're like, you have to swim 2 miles, you got to bike 70 miles, you got to run 27 miles, and you're just for hours saying to yourself, I'm not tired, I'm not tired, I'm not tired, I'm not tired. What is your I am not tired? That's my question to everybody today. What is your I am not tired. All right, Frank, what's your last question, brother? Let's take it home.
I know that you are a huge leader, so I would like to know your 3 essential characteristics a leader must have to be a leader.
Okay. 3 essential characteristics a leader must have. Number 1 is vision. So they have to have a vision of what something can look like, what it can be, futuristic, like where are we taking people? And they got to be able to communicate that, right? So you can't just have a vision in your own head and not be able to share it. Leadership is obviously about your ability to communicate the vision. So you could argue that's 2 different things, vision and then communication. But I think the art of communicating vision is absolutely positively number 1. Number 2 is to identify, not necessarily in this order. You have to be able to identify the different strengths and the different gifts of everybody that you're leading and figure out how to maximize those different strengths and those different gifts so that the team can grow, the team can get better, and the individual is feeling happy because they're contributing inside of a way that makes them feel good and makes them feel happy. Number 3, I'm going to go with, actually, if I don't talk about this often, but Chris and I, who's right there with the camera, Chris and I talked about this last week for the first time. It's just so few people can handle this type of education. And Frank, you're one of them, right? I tell people that there's mindset plus skill set times leadership equals your result. And leadership is a multiplier. But when you're thinking of math, and I know, Frank, I know you love math. If leadership's a multiplier, what is exponential? So multiplication is one thing, but exponential is another. 10 times 10 is very different than 10 to the 10th power. 10 times 10 is very different than 10 to the 10th power. So what is 10 to the 10th power? It's not your ability to lead. It's your ability to lead leaders. And that's a whole other thing. If you can get to the point of your ability to create or recruit, either one, other existing leaders, so create leaders and lead them, or recruit leaders and lead them, that is exponential. So, and I guess you could ask me what skills does it take to do that? So maybe I'm even off on a tangent right now, but oh well. I'm telling y'all, if a life of success is mindset plus skill set times leadership, a life of Fabio. Hey, what's up, Fabio? A life of the most unbelievable ripple of changing lives by the tens of thousands of more or more is an ability to lead leaders. And that's the difference between multiplication and exponential. So maybe one day we'll go deep on that topic. So I got one bonus question for you, brother, before we leave. One bonus question to Frank. Frank, 3 characteristics, any characteristics. If you're going to be a successful entrepreneur, solopreneur, you're going to be successful in sales, 3 characteristics you must have really quickly.
Yeah, it's the same of you. Yeah, for sure. Vision. So to know what you want where you want to go. Mindset and skill set. Maybe I think the corporate, the market now don't fire the person, but fire the skill set.
Go deeper on that. The market doesn't fire the person, it fires the skill set.
Yes. So you have to update your skill set because it's what we said before about improvement, about to grow up. So it's not about the corporate, the market in general. You don't lost your job because you are a bad person, but because you have the bad skill set or the old skill set. So for sure you have to have a vision, a mindset, but also the updated skill set.
Well done, guys. That's a wrap. Episode 21, the 20-minute showdown that we did in 30 minutes today. Frank, where can everybody find you?
To the social, in Instagram, I'm francescomito.official. In Instagram, in YouTube, I have a channel on YouTube, Fracom, like Francesco is my name, Comito. And so if you type in Google Francesco Comito, we can maybe write my entire name. They can find me.
Find this man. You can watch all of his videos with subtitles in English or whatever language that you want. What a great episode today. You can find me, guys, at nickslinktree.com. nickslinktree.com. That's a wrap. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, LinkedIn. Thank you, Instagram. And thank you, Francesco. We're done. Bye, everybody.
It was an honor. Bye-bye.